Okay, on the bench today, we should have a Mortal Kombat 3 here. I don't know if it's Ultimate or just Mortal Kombat 3, but I believe the complaint was, like, dip switches aren't working for free play, get into free play, do all the fun stuff, and it still won't work. Something about, maybe one of the buttons or two, like on the, switch test, something stuck or not, but let's get into it, let's hook it up, and let's see what happens. Okay, I just want to open it up and make sure that everything is okay. Ooh, I don't like how thin that is, right touching right to the top of the box. Yeah, that's not enough. Okay, let's get this out. Let's make sure everything's okay, and then we'll go from there. Okie dokie. We will check that, because that looks original. So we should be checking that. I mean, yeah, that definitely looks original. Is it Ultimate or is it just Mortal Kombat 3? Looks like it's just regular, eh? I'm just looking for anything funky right off the bat here. Let's just do a quick check on the bottom here. Yeah, I don't see anything real funky. We've got some... Oh, that's cat hair. Yeah, I'll go over this with a little bit of a fine-tooth comb here once I'm done filming. Edge connector looks good. Well, not really. That actually looks really bad. Yeah, it looks tore up, but no big deal. Okay, let me get it fired up, and we'll see what happens. Okay, just did a quick voltage check on this before plugging it in. We got 5.2, and we'll do one before, or while we got it turned on. Now 5.2 at here with no load should be like almost damn near 5 volt right on this. So let's check that. Four, 6, yeah, that might not be enough. Yeah, that might not be enough. Give me 2 seconds here. Yep, the sound is fine in my machine. That means I've got a bad circuit somewhere, because that wicked noise coming out of my test speaker. You know what's so funny is, I don't know if I can quit this so I can shut it up for a second here. But we had a power outage here a couple of weeks ago, and when the power came back on, my subwoofers went haywire and started buzzing. And they're still buzzing now, and the electric company said, oh, we didn't do anything wrong. Like, yeah, it was fine before. But anyways, so there is something weird going on, and that's why I'm getting that buzzing out of there. But if I hook it up to my Neo Geo, it's fine. So let's get to the main problem here. Get this into free play mode and see what's going on. Yep, something funky is definitely happening here, because I've got the dip switch set right. And even in the test mode and everything is set up right. But something is just not. It will not. It will not stay there. This is wild. So that says free play, yes, and it's not. It is absolutely not. Yeah, that's sitting right. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna check these dip switches to make sure they're actually working right. Something is funky. So I know I've got the dip switch set right. I know I do. Now I'm looking around here and I see that this thing's taking a hit at some time, and I mean a good hit. Right? So I'm definitely going to check this. That's got nothing to do with the sound thing that on my bench. That's got to do with something else. Because when I test it in the other machine, it's fine. But that's making me think that something might not be right here. I mean, I checked the switches themselves. They're good. They do work. But why wouldn't the machine recognize what's happening? Something is funky here. And I don't know if I'm just losing my mind when I read the instructions, but it's fine, and I've had no problem with mine, with my MK2, and they're damn near the same thing. Different board, but same principle. Okay, so back to this Mortal Kombat 3 board here. I have determined that these switches are fine. So is this U101, U90, and U98 seem to be okay. But we're not getting anything. Nothing's registering. So I was like, okay, where do these run to? What's controlling this logic? Well, it comes find out that it's way over here, U32. So just for example, pin 1 of U89 happens to be way over here in U32. So I just happened to look up U32 on the web just to see what's going on here, and I came across a YouTuber, your ultimate MK source. He's a great guy. I actually sold him a PCB, my WWF WrestleFest. And guess what? Wouldn't you know that he's had a board that's got the same issue? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm watching that video. So sure enough, it's this chip right here, U32. He swapped that chip right there over, and the dip switches came back on. And don't you know, he had the same exact issue. No matter where the switch is in position, nothing showed up. Nothing. Well, this is where we're going to run into a problem, because obviously I don't have a spare board with a spare U32. What are we going to do? So I did some digging around here, and we already know this has taken a giant hit. And I wonder if something has caused that chip to go bad. Now, his may not have gone through the same hit and damage, but I do notice, like, I mean, there is issues on this board. So the guy who bought this board probably bought it in, you know, 100% working condition, but it's not. Now, maybe one of these legs have been lifted. So I'm going to go ahead and get this off the test bench here. Or sorry, off the test harness. And I'm going to look around here. I'm going to look at this chip here and see if I can't see anything wrong here. Did something get lifted here, or, you know, from taking a hit? I'm going to go through it and just check all these pins and make sure they're okay. And if they are, I'm going to reflow it just for shits and giggles, but I don't think that's going to work. I do think that this chip has taken a shit on them, and that's, yeah, that's not good. That is not good at all. So let me go through this, and I'll see what I find. Okay, so I put a call out to somebody to see if they've got a spare U32, because other than that, that's it. So I'm going to end this here. There may be a part 2, there might not be, but if you're having an issue with your dip switches and they're not registering at all, I mean coming up blank like that with nothing happening, that is probably your issue. Now I changed that cap here, right, just in case it had something. I mean, it's on the power rail and stuff like that, so I changed that over just in case it was introducing some noise or something to it that wasn't, you know, jiving with it. But yeah, that wasn't it. I just pulled that off a spare MK Killer Instinct board, so yeah, that wasn't it either. And I checked this one, I checked all these surrounding here to see if anything was wrong, and no, it's not. So that'll be the end of this one. I let the customer know that this is what we need, and he'll advise me what he wants to do. And like I said, I got to call out to somebody to see if they've got a spare one of these boards, you know, with no ROMs or something's bad, and that chip is still good. So yeah, we'll end it there. And you guys know what to do: like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.